All right, guys, how's it going tonight? And gals, we have got a pair of breaks tonight. It's going to be a half case of Leaf Metal Draft Football, the jumbo version, and then we're going to do a case of Tribute Baseball behind that. And I believe Tribute looks like it's all paid up, but we probably are going to have, unfortunately, some teams available in Leaf Metal Draft the way it looks right now. We've got one bidder with 3 teams who hasn't paid, so we'll see if they get their payment in while we're going over our info, and if they don't, well, then we'll have some teams offered up to you. So, first things first, feedback. It is automated on eBay. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. So, that's a win win and no waiting. That's always a good thing. And of course, the other thing there is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. This is what it looks like in the days ahead. So, tomorrow night, we're going to open a 5-box case of TriStar autographed game day great football jerseys. Those happen to be 2019 Series 2. I found those when I was cleaning some stuff up. So, yeah, we're going to bust into the last case of the 2019 stuff, and then we'll switch back over to the 2020 that we've been doing. Both Saturday night and Sunday night are off nights. Monday night, we're going to open the last 2 multi-sport jerseys that I have. Spots are sold by the first letter of the name on the jersey, and they are listed in the football category. And then we'll open a 16-box case of Inception Baseball. I think that is the last I have of that, too, as a matter of fact. On Tuesday night, we are looking at a Gold Rush autographed full-size football helmet, and that'll be our first break of that out of the 2020 release anyway. And then we're going to start a brand new case of Gypsy Queen Baseball, and we'll open a half case of it. Now, here's what you need to know about what we're opening tonight. Both of our breaks are paid shipping breaks. That is, Leaf Metal Draft Jumbo Football will be first. Tribute Baseball will be second. I am anticipating that each of those breaks should be out the door and on the way to you approximately Monday. As always, the dates given are plus or minus a day, so it could go early, which in this case would mean Saturday, or it could go later, which would mean Tuesday. So a lot of variables right now, including whether or not they show up to do my pickup, and then the lobby hours are shorter, and I don't know. It's been a hot mess lately, but we're going to do our best to get it out on or before Monday. And if you should not hit in either of these breaks tonight, meaning you do not hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out when the rest of the break goes out the door. So that's what you can plan on there. Now, normally we would go to the spreadsheet and be ready to keep right on trucking, but since I think we've still got some unpaid stuff, I'm going to bring you back to me while I check the status on this. And if it's still unpaid, which it is, we have got some teams here to offer up in chat. So let's see what they are. And again, this is in our Leaf Metal Draft Jumbo Football break. It's a 4-box half case break. They are loose boxes from a shared case. The letters that were bid on and then not paid for. It is the letter E, like Edward, that went for $20 and some change. So we'll call it $20. Last name G. G like Grover. That one again was $20 and some change. So $20 would take care of that one. And then W. W like William. And once again, it was $20 and some change. So preference would go to whoever might want all 3 of those, which would be the E, the G, and the W at $20 a piece. And if nobody wants all 3 of them, then we will look out and break out into individual letters. So that's what we're looking at right now, E, G, and W. So let me get the spreadsheet updated to reflect that those are not paid while you guys are checking out to see what is happening there. So Nelson, you said you were the last bidder on the letter E. Well, then it should have been like higher than that since it ended at 20. I don't know why it would be. Are you sure there's nobody in between there? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like there were two or three of you jumping in there, but there were two people that bid 20, both the person who got it and didn't pay for it. And then the next person below that also had bid 20, but obviously put in their bid later than the person who bid 20 and then didn't bother to pay for it. So there you go. It's always fun. All right, so Jason, you want the letter G. All right, so we've got a home for the letter G. So we still have E and W up for grabs, $20 a piece. That will include your shipping in this instance. And of course, again, if anybody wanted all three letters, that person would get preference just because it would make things a little less complicated. So let me get the spreadsheet updated here. I'll be with you in just 1 second. And this is one of those deals where I'm going to need to move all three letters or none of the letters because this is all the same bidder who did not pay. So I can't sell part of the teams without selling all of the teams. So it's either going to be the guy will keep it and we'll see if he ever pays for it, or it will be that you guys buy it out. All right, so that was E, G, and W. Let me get that squared away. I think we got that part done. Now, while we're still looking at this, okay, so Jason's got the G. Ron, you were first for sure. If you wanted, you didn't specify what letter or anything you wanted. You just said you were interested. So, Ron, did you want all three of them, or you just want the W? Okay, well, Pimpo there wanted the E and the W. So Pimpo, if you also wanted the G, then you could obviously have all three, or Ron, whoever wants all three, preference goes there first. Otherwise, we'll break it up and move down the line from there. So Ron, all I see is that you typed in you were first, but you didn't really tell me which letter or letters I see there. Maybe you said the W, but is that all you wanted was the W? Because in which case we've got Pimpo there who wanted the E and the W, and Jason who wants the G. So we need to get that sorted out there so we can move on down the road. Meanwhile, let's roll back in through here. So it is a 4-box break of 2020 Leaf Metal Draft Jumbo Football. It's a half-case break. It is break number 3. These are loose boxes from a shared case. And it looks like Jason's willing to take all three. So he's going to take the E, the W, and the G. That is perfect, my friend. That looks like a good deal. And of course, I'll plug you in there on that spreadsheet in a moment. They all currently say unpaid because our eBay bidder who won them did not pay for them. So that is the info you need to know from that. Let me get over here and clean this up on eBay. Get this order canceled out on there. And then meanwhile, what I'm going to do, Jason, is I'm typing in for you right now the email address that I use for PayPal. I don't use it for anything else, so please do not send correspondence there. I will quite literally never see it. That is not an exaggeration. I actually will never see it. So you always want to send me a message through eBay messages if you need me. But that OG email is tied to my PayPal and a few other things, so that's what we're going to use that for. And then, Jason, if you'll just give me the heads up once you have logged into PayPal and taken care of things on your side of the road, then we will be good to go onward and upward here. Appreciate you, of course, picking those up very much, so I thank you for that. And I'm getting this all canceled out on eBay. And now I'm going to update the spreadsheet real quickly to reflect that it is Jason. And then we'll just be waiting on Jason to give us the heads up that he's squared away on PayPal, and we'll be good to go. Ah, shoot. Almost got it. Almost got it. All right. So I am updated there. And now, before we actually start breaking, I need to change up the focus a little bit. So you're going to notice that your background is about to get blurry. That is intentional. I don't want you to worry about that. We're still going to be able to see everything that we need to see without any problems. So that way we don't have to deal with all that pesky zooming in and out and all that nasty stuff that happens sometimes. All right, so Jason, you are you squared away, my friend? You let us know what our status is there, so we know how to carry onward here. We're just kind of hanging out for the moment. We can talk about this while we're waiting to hear back from Jason. So we're going to have 9 autograph cards in here, plus 1 autographed 1-of-1 slabbed proof card. Now, some of these boxes actually have 2 of those 1-of-1 slabbed cards in there. So we got lucky the last time and had a box or 2 that were like that. So you never know. Might get 1, might get 2. Tennessee, we have not broken tribute yet. We're going to be breaking this Leaf Metal Draft first. Right now, we're just in a little bit of a holding pattern. We're just waiting for Jason to come back and let us know that he has got the PayPal part of it all squared away. So he's picking up our 3 unpaid letters, I believe. So as soon as he lets us know that all is well, then we'll be ready to start taking a look here to see what we can find in Leaf Metal Draft. So, Benjamin, again, the order that we're going in tonight, for those of you who didn't join us right at the start, we went over a little information, and Leaf Metal Draft Football is our first break tonight. Our second break tonight is Topps Tribute Baseball. So, as soon as we get our last payment in here from Jason, we'll be ready to take a look at this. It will not take long to break it. We just had some unpaid teams, which somebody's offered to pick up, and I'm just waiting on him to get the PayPal payment in and let us know that he's good to go. And once that happens, then we'll be through this fairly quickly, actually. So don't wander too far. Oh, there's Jason. He's all squared away. All right, awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I hope we do have some good luck for you on your E, W, and G in here. And let's see what we can find. We'll get underway here. Draft coming up next week. I'm pretty happy about that. We're all going to have something new to watch for a change. All right, I can't pronounce that guy's last name, but it does start with an O, and that's what we need to know. It is numbered 250 with, I'm just going to call him Albert O. I think that's as good as anything, right? Jalen Hurts, an Armed and Dangerous for the H. It is numbered 240. Next up, we see a little T. Higgins. That is also for the H, and it is numbered 220. We've got a redemption for Chase Young. We find him quite a bit in here, and that is going for the Y's, of course, on our redemption. Nelson, you changed letters on me, huh? All right. Well, we'll have to see if we can have some good luck for you tonight with your new letters then. This is for the H as well. It is KJ Hill, numbered to 25. And then we have got one numbered to 10. And that one is Cameron Dantzler. So it's going to the D, letter D. And another letter D with Trayvon Diggs, numbered to 15. Here comes Cam Akers. That is going to the A's, and it is numbered 260. Looks like we got lucky and have 2 slabbed cards in this box, so I always like when it starts out with an extra hit. And this goes to the M's. It is Austin Mack, so to the M, it is an autographed 1-of-1 slabbed proof. So there you go. And our next one is a nice Jerry Jeudy 1-of-1. He should be pretty good. And that going to the letter J. So once again, an autographed 1/1 slabbed proof. We're supposed to get 1 per box, and every once in a while we get lucky and they give us 2. So we like those days the best, don't we? Nelson, what package is it that you think is lost? Tell me more about that. We've got, of course, there have been some instances of the post office delivering a little more slowly than usual lately. I can tell you that. And then they also delivered a package today that was absolutely mangled. Looked like it had been caught in the machinery. I mean, it cracked a plastic case and everything. It was, oh man, that thing looked like it had been run over by a truck, honestly. That is for the C's, going to Chasen and numbered to 15. This is Reed going to the R's, and it is numbered to 15. The Patterson, Shea Patterson going to the P's, numbered to 15. And this heads to the J's with Anthony Jennings, that also numbered to 15. Here's J.K. Dobbins going to the letter D, numbered to 50. Austin Mack for the M's, that one numbered to 50. And here comes another D. Wow, D's and H's are on fire tonight. To 15, that's A.J. Dillon. Then we have yet another D with Trayvon Diggs, and it's numbered to 35. And there's a little C.D. Lamb for the L's. I like that hit. And it happened to be numbered to 2. It was number 2 of 2. And our slabbed card is an H. It is Chenault. So a 1/1 super prismatic gold autographed proof. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Pretty cool looking hit, though, for Chenault. So congrats on that if you have the S. Well, Nelson, the Jordan Love, I know what the deal is with that one, but you said that you didn't know if you had it or not. So I'm just waiting on you to let me know if you have that or not. You don't currently have any packages lost. I mean, I sent you the tracking, so that package is moving right along through the system. Last scanned this afternoon at 2 something when I looked at it and sent you the update. So it's not lost. It's just taking its time. That is the letter D, numbered to 50 with Duvernay. And there is KJ Hamler for the H. It's numbered to 35. And there's one for the J's, Juwan Jennings to 30. Here's Henry Ruggs for the letter R. That one is numbered to 20. And here's one that is the letter H for Hopkins to 35. The letter R, Rieger, that one is to 25. And there's another T. Higgins for the letter H. It is numbered to 15. There's one for the letter G, Stephen Guidry, numbered to 30. And the letter D again, J.K. Dobbins to 15. Our slabbed card is a James Robinson. So a 1/1 autograph, James Robinson proof for the R's. And here comes the last box mojo. Oh, so you're saying the package... Well, I don't think it's definitely not lost. I don't really honestly think it is misplaced either. It's just that the post office is not delivering things quickly right now. I mean, that's kind of the end result. Sometimes post office takes a long time under the best of circumstances. Lately, they have been taking a while to deliver things. I had someone message me today, all worried that their card was lost, but it was just shipped yesterday. So I'm like, it's not going to get there in one day. It's not even going to get there in 2 or 3 days. It's not even projected to get there until like Saturday. So you just got to give the post office a little time, guys. They'll get them there. That is Corbin for the letter C, numbered to 40. This is the M's in Moss. It is also numbered to 40, Zach Moss. And this is Gandy Golden, so the G's, both, if we had to go by it on a hyphenated name, it would be the first letter of the first name in the hyphenated name. In this instance, they're both G's, but just as an FYI, and that was numbered 230. Another D, Grant Delpit, that one is 25. And another D, I've never seen so many D's come out at once. This is Troy Dye at numbered 215. And for the J's, numbered 2, does that say 4? Yeah, to 4. That was Colin Johnson for the J's. And finally, we at least get a P, LaMichael Pirine. That one numbered 250. There's a James Morgan for the M's. It is numbered 220. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is a nice one. There's your man, Joe Burrow. So if you got the B's, that's exactly what you have been waiting on, is this card right here in my hot little hands. And the Joe Burrow is numbered 210 for the B's. And last card out, slabbed and autographed, it is the letter M for McKinney. Xavier McKinney with a 1/1 proof. All right. So, guys and gals, we're going to recap this. I'm not going to read it all off again because guess what? That would be just like doing the breakover because this is all hits in here. But what I will do is buzz through them all again. So if you jumped in late or you just need another look at something, whatever the case may be, here they come. And of course, as soon as we finish this up, we will be heading into Tribute Baseball. And Tribute is all paid up, so we do not have to worry about trying to find a new home for any teams there, because all of you were awesome enough to pay your bills on Tribute Baseball, and so we don't have to sweat that one. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate that. Stang Lover, you said there were like 7 D's in the first 4 boxes. I mean, I know there's a lot of D's, right? And you've got, I just looked up there and saw that you said you've got a package that left Arizona and went to Puerto Rico. Well, you know I've had that happen before. I mean, I've had packages that are going to neighboring states that somehow get put on the wrong plane and have ended up in Puerto Rico. Actually, oddly, more than once. And I've also had cards, not recently, but a couple years ago, I had problems with cards that were supposed to go to Canada or to California, and they got shipped to Canada. And that's just somebody that hand sorts. That's what those small packages are generally, people that hand sort those in the distribution center. If they're international anyway, and they just throw them, they're supposed to throw them in certain bins that then direct what flight they get on. That's just somebody that like saw a CA instead of thinking California, thought Canada, and there off it went. So yeah, post office has been a hot mess lately, so that's for sure. Nelson, you want to know if we're doing any more of this product? I don't know, Nelson. I haven't really decided. I've had someone interested in, I don't have a lot of it left. There is somebody interested in it at a case price. That's a pretty good case price. So I'm considering whether or not I want to do that. I'm really not sure if I want to do that or not because, well, we got to have plenty of stuff to break. We don't know when everything's going to get back to normal. As you might have recalled, if you were on here, I can't remember if you were on here last night, Nelson, or not. You might not have been, but Leaf did say they're going to release Flash Baseball on the 24th, which is next Friday. And that is completely different than what they had told us 10 days before. So I don't know if they are or aren't actually going to release it on the 24th, but as of today, they say they are. And also Topps all of a sudden came out and said they're going to release definitive on the 24th. So we'll see, what happened there. I don't know. All right, so once again, what we're opening tonight, I'm hoping to have out the door approximately Monday. As always, it's plus or minus a day. And if something unusual happens, if I get sick, if somebody in the family gets sick, whatever, we hope that doesn't happen. We're very careful, but you never know. So in these uncertain times, I will do my best to get it out on the projected date, understanding that sometimes it could go a little early. Yay. Occasionally it might go a little late. Boo. But my best guess is the date you see. If you get skunked in either break tonight, meaning you do not hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you are still going to get a package in the mail, and it is going to ship out when the rest of the break goes out, and it will have your consolation card or cards in it. So you will still have something to look forward to no matter what. Yeah, that's right. And actually, let me flip back up there a minute. So, Jason, you can see I plugged you in there on those E, G, and W cards where you picked up those hits. So thank you for that, those unpaid spots. This is a 6-box case break of Tribute Baseball. It's a full case break. This is our second break of it. It ended tonight on eBay, the same night that we are breaking it, which is Thursday night, the 16th of April. And we've got, of course, our team names there on the left-hand side and our winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. We are all paid up in this one. Hooray, hooray. So we can just keep right on rolling here. Tribute Baseball, of course, came out, last week, I guess? And that's a product I never have a ton of. So, of course, we order this stuff really far in advance, like 6 months in advance. Had I known what the situation was going to be, I would have ordered a whole lot more of it. Which is, I'm sure, true of everybody everywhere who's a breaker. It's like, yes, if we had only known, we would have ordered more. But we didn't, so we just have to make do with what we've got. All right, so we are looking for 3 on-card autographs and 3 game-used memorabilia cards per box. And, of course, these are, I believe acetate is the correct word to use, but they're a glossy finish. And they're very nice, little high-end cards. I always look forward to Tribute. But for whatever reason, it never seems to break super well. Like, I don't know why, but people, I mean, it does okay, but for the most part, people don't seem to be hugely interested in Tribute. I don't really know why that is. And I thought after they moved it back on the calendar last year and this year that it might garner a little more interest, but it really hasn't. It used to be earlier in the year, but it doesn't make that much difference. All right, so what are you guys asking me there on the Burrow? Oh, I don't know where he went in that stack. If you want to hang around till the very end, I can try and go and find him again. Of course, we saw it when it broke and then in the recap, but right now I don't know where it is in that stack, so I'll have to find that for you later. So if you want to hang around, Bobby, and let me know that you're still here at the end, we'll take care of it then. Reggie Jackson for the Yankees, our base card. Let's go ahead and just get our other base cards pulled up here and get them all out of the way at once. And that one is Ernie Banks for the Cubbies. And then we have ourselves a relic for Jose Ramirez and the Indians, and that is numbered to 99. And Chris is asking if there were any Isaiah Simmons hits. I don't think so, Chris. Does anybody else remember? Stang Lover, I see you've typed in no, so all right. Yeah, Bobby, I don't remember what the Burrow is numbered to. It was fairly low numbered. Again, when we flipped it over, it was on there. I can hold it up for you after, a third time after we do the... I didn't flip it over the second time, though. I only showed you the front. So if you missed the first time, you probably weren't logged in. So that might be where we are. Numbered to 450, this is Luzardo for the Oakland A's. But I will put it up for you at the end of Tribute. It was low numbered, but I don't remember to what specifically. Let's go ahead and get our base out from under there. That is Eloy for the White Sox. And our second relic of the day, it is numbered to 150. It heads to the Kansas City Royals. It's Whit Merrifield, and we got something going on there. Can you see that? It's like the clear coating that is on the card has peeled up on the back. It's completely peeled up off the card and kind of bunched up there on the back. So that's Unfortunate, but it does happen sometimes with this type of product. Unfortunately. All right, we've got Walker Buehler and the Dodgers. Let's go ahead and pull that base off the back right now. Why don't we? This one's numbered, though, to 99. We've got Ernie Banks for the Cubbies. Next up is George Brett. So that is another one for Kansas City. And our hit, all of our relics came out first. How odd. It's Andrew Benintendi, numbered to 50 for the Red Sox. Maybe a little chipping and wear down there, particularly on that lower left and lower right corners. You see that little tiny bit of white sneaking in on us there. Tennessee, you're looking for Ken Griffey in here. Looking for a little Ken Griffey Jr. All right, my friend, I'd love to hit him for you. Rivera for the Yankees. You know I'm a Ken Griffey Jr. fan, so yeah, that would make me really happy. Chris Paddock and the Padres. And the first autograph we see tonight, it is Rod Carew. Hey, hey, numbered to 160, and he happens to be an Angel on this card. You never know when you find him in Topps if he's going to be an Angel or a Twin. And they kind of switch back and forth, it seems. One year he'll be more Angels. The next year he'll be more Twins. So anyway, he's an Angel on that one. Yes, Benjamin, we do stack them with the paper in between the cards. Obviously, those that are hits and numbered do not need paper in between them because we're sleeving them as we go. But all of the others, of course, the paper is put back in between the cards. Baltimore Orioles and Cal Ripken Jr., and then we have Roberto Clemente out for the Pirates. And Buster Posey. Wow, there's one you don't see often. That is numbered to 10. That is a great-looking three-color relic. And Buster Posey there for the Giants, numbered to 10 with a really nice-looking card. Autograph and relic combo. Tempo needs the Tigers in here. All right, we'll try to get you some Tigers. And Thomas remembered what the Burrow is numbered to. Yay, thank you, Thomas. He says it is numbered to 10. So yay, yay, thank you. I knew it was low, but like I couldn't remember exactly what. So that's perfect. Appreciate you on that. Babe Ruth for the Yankees. Followed by Ichiro for the Mariners. And our hit happens to be Wilson Contreras to 150 for the Cubbies. Little Chicago Cubs action for our third autograph out of box number 1. All right, let's see what fabulousness awaits us in box number 2. I do like Tribute. They are nice looking cards. Yeah, Benjamin, that is, of course, why they put the paper there. Topps themselves, obviously, they put the paper in between the cards there to keep them from getting scratched up. And definitely, as I said, we stack the paper in between as well. So we've opened Tribute a bunch of times over the years, so we kind of learned the best way to do it for sure. So, but anytime they give you paper in between from Topps, you know it needs to go back in between. So that is Chris Sale for the Red Sox. The Astros is Jose Altuve. Base here is Deion Sanders. That one is the Braves. Let's go ahead and grab our base off the bottom here, which gives us, a little Carl Yastrzemski for the Red Sox. We've got a printing plate, kids. We've got a 1-of-1 autograph, my favorite kind. And look who it is. It's John Smoltz for the Braves. So, printing plate, 1-of-1 on-card autograph, Atlanta Braves, Smoltz. Nice, right? Yes, I like it. I like it. Liquefied wants to know if there's any more Tribute coming anytime soon. I'm not sure. I've got to really map out what is coming up when. It's very hard to predict right now with the release schedule kind of being on hold from both companies. It's hard to predict. Yordan Alvarez, that is numbered to 150 for the Astros with a set of relics. So I do not have a lot of tribute. As I mentioned earlier, I never order a ton of tribute because it's not one of the more popular items to break for whatever reason. It just doesn't get the same interest that some of them do. This is a Mike Trout numbered to 50, and it is for the Angels. So I do not have very much of it. And the question is, how am I going to put all this stuff together with what is left? That I haven't quite decided yet. That is Jeff McNeil for the Mets. We have a base Christian Yelich for the Brewers. And last up, it is a set of relics, 150 Xander Bogaerts for the Boston Red Sox. Oh, you didn't see this one listed on eBay? Yeah, it was jumbled in there tonight, probably with Leaf Metal Draft Football. Well, not jumbled in. It should have run, right after Leaf Metal ended. It should have been the next one up, but it might have hid on you, It was kind of sneaking around in there, hiding on you. Ryu comes out for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Next up, it's the Padres with Manny Machado. And our hit, it is an autograph for the Red Sox, numbered to 50 with Jim Rice. I always like Jim Rice. So, nice hit for the Red Sox, Jim Rice to 50. We definitely like that one. Pimpo says, come on, Mr. Tiger. We need to work on your Detroit Tigers, don't we? All right, I'll try to get that mojo coming up for you here. This one's Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Lowe. Then the Mariners have Edgar Martinez. And our autograph hit, it's the Phillies, numbered to 199, Rhys Hoskins. And I know Jay Allen got outbid on his Phillies tonight. He collects this Rhys Hoskins, so that's probably going to make him sad. It makes whoever has the Phillies happy, but it's probably going to make Jay Allen sad, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know, Liquefied, when I'm going to get whatever little bit of stuff we've got left parceled out. I've just got to sit down and come up with a plan as to when and where and how to break it and kind of mix it up so it's not like 100 nights in a row of Gypsy Queen or something like that. This is numbered to 99 for the A's. It is Jesus Luzardo, although we might still end up with 100 nights of Gypsy Queen. You never know. Numbered to 99, that is Ozzie Albies for the Braves with a nice looking relic there. Of course, Atlanta's already had their one of one, which was the good one. Nolan Arenado, numbered to 110. That's a fun little hit for the Colorado Rockies. And we got, of course, 2 hits in that box, the relic and autograph. So, woohoo! I like it when we get extras. Extras make me happy. Liquefied says, stick to the full case. Yeah, just again, it just depends on how things play out. If we're really not going to have any new products other than Definitive, which is a very high-end product, and again, I have very little of it. Not because I ordered very little, but because it's extremely hard to get, and they won't give you what you order even. It's another strictly allocated product. So I will have very little of Definitive, and I did not order a lot of Leaf Flash Baseball to begin with. So once again, it will make things challenging, and yes, some things may have to go to half-case breaks, or we may be breaking Gypsy Queen 100 nights in a row. I mean, I don't know. We don't know how it's going to play out right now. Nick Senzel for the Cincinnati Reds. but I will try to keep it as full cases as long as I can anyway. Numbered to 99, that is Chipper Jones for the Atlanta Braves. And behind that, Jackie Robinson for the Dodgers. Now I do have a loose half case of this that came from one of the distributors, so at some point I know we'll have at least one half case of it. Jim Thome for the Indians. Unless I just sell them as sealed boxes, the half case. Sometimes I do that with the odd lot stuff. This is Reyes, numbered to 150 for the Padres. Does look like, again, we've got some minor edge and corner chipping, a little bit of wear down there on the back. It's minor, but if I see it, I call it out. So we try to catch it when we can. And Michael Brantley, numbered to 25 for the Astros. Houston taking home a good-looking Michael Brantley card with a relic attached to it. I like all these tribute cards. Yeah, Liquefied, I don't have any idea when anything is coming. So, again, guys, the situation is that we were told a week or 10 days ago that we would have no new products for probably past tribute. We were told we would not have anything until probably 4 to 6 weeks. Then all of a sudden they called us back and said, well, they've gotten definitive printed, so we are going to have definitive. And Leaf, who had said they would not release anything until the country was opened back up, obviously needs the money or something, because suddenly they're releasing their thing next week too. This is Mike Trout for the Angels. So everything that was scheduled on Topps calendar other than definitive now just says TBD, to be determined. Nolan Arenado and the Rockies. So we don't have any way to know when anything new is coming, unfortunately. This is Harold Baines and the White Sox. Followed by Ted Williams, and Ted Williams for the Red Sox. Let's look at our relic first. We've got a dual relic here, and it is numbered to 99, and the Red Sox have had a pretty good night so far already. They take home this one as well. J.D. Martinez and David Ortiz with a dual relic, and you got a white one and a red one, so that actually balanced out more nicely than they do sometimes. that looked pretty good. Numbered to 150. This one heads to the New York Yankees with David Cone autograph. I know, Liquefied. I'm happy that you're chatting it up tonight, even though you're not in the break. That's all right. You know I like people to come keep me company and chat, so I'm all good with that, my friend. You can come chat any night. So, yeah, I mean, the best I can tell you right now, the most accurate information I have gotten is that both the printing plants for Topps and Panini are in Texas. And as long as the state of Texas has their non-essential businesses shut down, we can expect to not really see much in the way of new releases, apparently. Ohtani for the Angels. Now, tribute, I guess they had printed at some plant in one of the Carolinas, I believe, that was still open at the time. There's Yasiel Puig for the Indians. And evidently that's where they had definitive done too. And I asked the same question, Liquefied. I said, well, why did we skip over Bowman to go pick up definitive? Why wouldn't we have picked up Bowman, which is a much bigger release in there? Eugenio Suarez for the Cincinnati Reds. And the Blue Jays with Rowdy Tellez, numbered to 50. Two-color relic, on-card autograph. Nice looking card. Again, these corners are not great on these this year. So I'd say both those lower corners have some minor imperfections, maybe the upper ones as well. They're not super noticeable, but I mean, they are there. We've got two autographs out of this box as well. Dylan Cease, it is numbered to 199. That one heads to the White Sox. And behind it, it is Sean Murphy, numbered to 25. Low number for the Oakland A's with an autograph hit. So yeah, so their answer was that because Bowman is, I guess, well, obviously we know it's a much bigger print release, certainly, than Definitive, because that's a very small print run. And it's a much bigger release than Tribute, which is still a fairly low print run. And I guess whatever alternate facilities they're using must not be equipped to handle large print runs. That's the way it seems, anyway. And Panini hasn't said anything. Like, Panini's made no announcements other than just to be determined. So I don't think Panini must have any alternate printing facilities where at least Topps has some sort of at least miniature backup. We're going to call it miniature because it doesn't seem they can print the big stuff out of there. Ramon Laureano for the Oakland A's. That was not numbered, but I sleeved it anyway. Well, it's ultimately going to get sleeved, so it doesn't matter that much. And there's Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. And our hit, unbelievably, it's another one for the Red Sox. J.D. Martinez to 150. And the Red Sox are just living it up in this break. Red Sox are doing quite well. All right, this one is Chipper Jones, headed to the Atlanta Braves. And there's a little Kirsch. Kirsch comes out for the Dodgers. And our autograph hit, it is Tino Martinez to 150, and the Yankees pick up another one. So the New York Yankees have got a couple of autographs at least headed their way. We still got a little ways to go, too. I just looked over there and saw that Thomas typed in, it says, wow, the Red Sox get more hits here than in a real game. That's so wrong, man, but that's funny. The Oakland A's and Chris Davis. I needed a laugh too. It's been a dreadful day. This is Rhys Hoskins for the Phillies. It's an absolutely dreadful day. It's been a dreadful sort of week, truthfully, but particularly a bad day. Numbered to 99 for the Astros. Nolan Ryan on one side, Garrett Cole on the other. Once again, our corners have some minor issues going on there on the back. Things which, frankly, we wouldn't even notice were the background white on the back. But because it's dark color, it makes even the tiniest little imperfection just stand up and shout at you. Goldie for the Cardinals, followed by Lou Gehrig for the Yankees. And looks like we've got a Whit Merrifield for the Royals, numbered to 199 for KC. Yeah, Thomas, I figured out you were a Yankees fan. With that comment, I didn't. Of course, you could have been a different team fan, but usually, if the Red Sox are getting hammered, it's going to be by a Yankees fan. Not always, but often. So, if I had to guess, that's where I would have laid my money. There is Paul DeJong for the St. Louis Cardinals. Behind that, we've got the Mets and Jacob deGrom. And behind that, another Jim Rice. What are the odds? Very low, I have to think. Our first Jim Rice, I believe, was numbered to 50. And then we have another Jim Rice in my hot little hands, numbered to 99, as the Red Sox just continue to absolutely own this break. It's unbelievable. Vulcan, you got 5 autographs and 5 relics for the Red Sox in another case break earlier. I think we're headed about to that level right now, my friend. I mean, this is crazy, the number coming out of here. Ichiro, numbered to 99 for the Seattle Mariners. And next up, Freddie Freeman, Atlanta Braves. And for the Dodgers, it is Walker Buehler to 150 with a relic for the Dodgers. You know, I read something the other day that the state of California is, I guess, at least considering saying that there will be no spectators at any of the live sporting events in the state through 2021. That's next year. Like, isn't it a little early to already be deciding that we're not going to have spectator sports, like, for all of next year? I mean, that they would have the games, but just not let anybody in the stands, I guess, was the idea behind it. But it seems like a little soon, kind of, to be thinking nothing in 2021. I guess they haven't ultimately said that's what's going to be the case, but have at least released that that's a possibility under consideration. I just couldn't even imagine. I think that would be crazy. Travis, you've got the Yankees tonight. You're happy for 2 autographs. You hope for someone a little more rare, but you'll take it. Well, we got a ways to go yet, so we may still find you someone more rare. We'll see what we can come up with. Well, at least we've got the Tigers on the board. There is a Ty Cobb to at least not send you home empty-handed if you've got the Detroit Tigers. Joey Gallo for the Rangers. And relics, number to 99, it is Matt Chapman in the Oakland A's. And that's definitely got some stuff going on, especially lower left corner, a little bit on all 4, but mostly lower left on the Matt Chapman relic. Thomas, you just want a Ripken? That's it? Just Cal Ripken? All right. We'll ask the Mojo to bring you one and see if we get lucky. Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays. For the Pirates, it is Josh Bell. And here comes a Yankee that's going to make you happy. Yeah, it is. How about that? You like a little Andy Pettitte, don't you? Right. That is nice. Where's the numbering? Oh, it's to 50. There it is. I couldn't find it for a minute. It's down in the lower left. I was looking everywhere else on the card. So there you go for your Yankees. You got to be liking little Andy, right? To 50. And that's one of my favorite card designs in Tribute, is this design right there. Kind of that shadow box sort of deal. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Thomas, you said China's already doing that with their baseball, that they're not having spectators. Yeah, I mean, I would expect us to maybe not have spectators, maybe even through the end of this year, but to say all the way through 2021, I mean, that's next year. So, I don't know. I just thought that was a long ways away. That was Vlad Guerrero Sr. You'll notice that the card said Montreal Expos, but the former Montreal Expos are the current Washington Nationals. Cards do always stay with their franchise, so any Expos go to the Nationals. And there's a Ken Griffey Jr. You asked for one, we got you one, but you probably wanted it signed, but at least the Mariners do have a Ken Griffey Jr. Dual relic, numbered to 150 for the Rockies. It is Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story out for Colorado. Thomas, you were asking, about the Pettitte. I'm not sure if that was the case hit. Yeah, it might have been the case hit. I always forget that Tribute has a case hit, truthfully. Always forget about Tribute having a case hit. It's it just blends in sort of with the rest of them a little bit. Boston Red Sox, Mookie Betts. A-Rod as a Mariner. And we've got ourselves an autograph. Now, see, now this is the one that I would have thought was the case hit, but I don't know. And it is numbered to 99, and it is Galarraga. I always say that incorrectly, but you know who it is. It's for the Rockies, and that is a sweet-looking little card, too. I like it very, very much. Yeah, Thomas, I knew you meant to pet it. I did know that you meant to pet it. Did I not say that a while ago? I don't know. I was thinking it, and I thought I said it out loud. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. As I said, it has been one of those days. For the Cubs, that is Javi Baez, followed by Roger Clemens, another Red Sox, but that one, of course, base only, but still, Red Sox got a big pile coming. The Cubbies get one, number to 199. That is Garcia. Tennessee, you said look so close to Griffey's auto. The Andreas, that was a tough one, right? Because you just saw the signature first. Yeah, I could see how if you looked at it for a minute, you could, if from a distance, you could think at first maybe you were looking at a Griffey. I teased you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, yeah, you're right, Thomas. I forgot to mention that. There is definitely, guys, a delay in the time that you type something into chat and the time it pops up on my side. And also, sometimes I'm not looking over there at the exact instant it pops up either because I got this other stuff to do too. Numbered to 50, Bryce Harper for the Phillies. The Oakland A's and Ricky Henderson. Followed by Freddie Freeman, numbered to 99 for the Atlanta Braves. I see both of our lower corners, left and right, definitely have some chipping and issues. Not as severe on the upper, but the two lowers have some very visible stuff going on there. All right, I cut that earlier. I remember that now. We are Last Box Mojo right now. Right here, right now, coming at you in a moment is our last box of this case of tribute. So, we've got to try to get our mojo fired up here and see what kind of wonderful things we can find in here. And for those of you who maybe haven't gotten what you're looking for yet, we will try to see if we can't deliver some of that, too. All right, let's pull our base forward and see what we have got. A Garrett Cole for the Astros. And the New York Yankees with Don Mattingly. The Polar Bear, Pete Alonso for the Mets. And behind that, it is Wade Boggs. That is Red Sox. Hey, finally, there's a Yordan Alvarez. It is numbered at least. It's not autographed, but it is numbered to 450, so that is at least helpful. And I can see some on the lower right corner. Lower left doesn't look as bad. And again, it's minor, but you know how it goes. If it's there, we might as well talk about it. Dual relics for the Dodgers, numbered to 150. You have Ryu and Kirsch. Same deal. Both lower corners, particularly the right one in this instance, less so on the left. And that is for the Dodgers. And then I see exactly what somebody asked for. Exactly what Thomas asked for. Cal Ripken Jr. for the Orioles. And it's numbered to 25. Sometimes the mojo just works that way. You just get exactly what you ask for. And that just happened for Thomas. And Last Box Mojo, well, it's alive and well, because that is a nice hit. Cal Ripken Jr. to 25. We will take that all day long, won't we? Oh, we don't have a base on the bottom of that, I don't think. It's just a hit. Just the hit on the bottom. Oh, Thomas, you are welcome. I'm always glad when we can find exactly what somebody's looking for. So congratulations. I'm glad we hit that for you. There's a Bryce Harper for the Philadelphia Phillies. And the Mets bringing forth David Cone. Xander Bogaerts, Red Sox. And there's Pedro Martinez, numbered to 50 for the Mets. And I see something in the upper left corner of that one. And we're about to deliver pretty much exactly what somebody else asked me for in chat just a little few minutes back. Look who it is. S.L. Kaline for the Tigers, numbered 270. So somebody asked for Mr. Tiger earlier too. So there's your Kaline. Last Box Mojo. I'm telling you, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's working for us tonight. Kaline and Ripken, both out of our last box, bringing the ink. And does that just happen to be a 1 of 1? Yeah, Last Box Mojo is a huge thing. And we got a 1 of 1 out of here for the Indians with Jim Thome. So I'm kind of digging the last one tonight. It's working out for us. There's a Tony Gwynn for the Padres. And next up, oh, it's my Cincinnati Reds. That is Joey Votto, numbered to 99. So if you've got Cincy tonight, a Votto relic headed your way. Lower left on the back with some chipping a little bit. All right, last pack. What does it hold? Oh, a redemption. Oh, the plot thickens. And they didn't put any little paper in between. They just put the redemption in between. That's weird. It's Verlander for the Astros. But that's all right, because I got an extra little stack of paper over here from the ones we sleeved. Cody Bellinger and the Dodgers. And our redemption is... drum roll. It is Ozzie Albies for the Braves. All right. Man, I like the Last Box Mojo tonight. It was really excellent. But you know how we're going to do this. This is the red parallel, too, by the way, for Ozzie, which means you've got a very low numbered hit there. Usually reds are to 5. Occasionally they're numbered differently in different products, but generally red parallels and tops are going to be numbered very low to 5. Most often, occasionally, could be to 10 or so. But anyway, should be a good one. And we are going to go over to the Topps website and just verify that team, because, you know, I always do that, right? We always verify the teams on screen with the manufacturer's checklist, just so there's no question about it. Nobody has to take my word for it that Ozzie Albies is a Brave. I think most people know it, but maybe not everybody does. So just in case not everybody does, we're going to take care of it here. So we're looking for Iconic Perspective Autograph is our card set. So it'll take a little scrolling probably to get there, but we'll find it eventually. Iconic Perspective Autographs, and we need to find Ozzie on here. Right there he is, Atlanta Braves, exactly as we expected to find, but now it is all official-like. And we are now going to get all official and recap. So we will recap our Tribute Baseball here. And at the end of the recap, I will put up spreadsheet information again. And we'll talk about your anticipated shipping date and what's coming up in the days ahead and that sort of thing. So if you tuned in late, or maybe you're watching this on tape delay and you've just scrolled to the end to the recap, if you want to know any of that stuff, it's going to be right after we finish this, okay? All right, so there is a 1 of 1 Thome for the Indians. We're obviously recapping our numbered things first that don't have autographs or relics attached. To 450, that is Yordan Alvarez for the Astros. Numbered to 50, Bryce Harper and the Phillies. Ichiro, That one is headed to the Mariners, and it was numbered to 99. Chipper Jones, 99, Atlanta Braves. The Oakland A's to 99, Jesus Luzardo. And a little Mike Trout, numbered to 50 for the Angels. Ernie Banks for the Cubbies to 99, and another Jesus Luzardo for the A's, but that one is numbered to 450. Now let's get into our little stack of hits. A redemption, iconic perspective autograph, red parallel, Ozzie Albies for the Braves. A very nice hit for Atlanta. Pedro Martinez for the Mets. The Braves and Freddie Freeman. Andres Galarraga to 99 for the Rockies. And then we have dual relics for the Rockies, Arenado and Story. The Oakland A's have a Matt Chapman relic. One of two Jim Rice autographs. That one is numbered to 99 for the Red Sox. There's Whit Merrifield for the Kansas City Royals. It was numbered to 199. And then you have a Tino Martinez to 150 for the New York Yankees. The Cincinnati Reds and Joey Votto. Please remember that most of these do have minor edge and corner issues, particularly on the back. And they were mostly pointed out as we went along. But again, for those who maybe are watching on the replay and have scrolled to the end, if you want to see more specifics about any particular card, if you scroll back, we probably talked about it. There is a K-line for the Tigers, and it is numbered to 70. A Cal Ripken Jr., that one is numbered to 25 for the Baltimore Orioles. Dual relics for the Dodgers, Ryu and Kershaw. And numbered to 199, Garcia for the Cubbies. That little beauty right there. I love that card. That is so nice. It is Andy Pettitte and heads to the New York Yankees. Numbered down there in the lower left, it is to 50. The Dodgers and Walker Buehler with a relic. A pair of relics for the Astros, Nolan Ryan and Garrett Cole. The Red Sox have another hit. That is a relic for J.D. Martinez and a Sean Murphy autograph for the A's. There's a Dylan Cease autograph for the White Sox. Rowdy Tellez autograph and relic numbered to 50 for the Blue Jays. David Cone to 150 for the New York Yankees. There's the Red Sox with dual relics, Martinez and Ortiz, numbered to 99. And the Astros with a Michael Brantley relic. Padres taking home a Reyes relic. Nolan Arenado autograph comes out for the Colorado Rockies. And there's a sweet little Ozzie relic. That is also for the Atlanta Braves. It was numbered to 99. There's Rhys Hoskins to 199 for the Phillies. There's that other Jim Rice. This one is numbered to 50 for the Red Sox. Followed by, oh look, a Red Sox to 150, Xander Bogaerts. Yordan Alvarez to 150 for the Astros. This sweet little one-of-one. So we ended up with two one-of-ones in this case. That is going to the Atlanta Braves. It is a printing plate for John Smoltz. And that is, of course, an on-card autograph. So Atlanta Braves have a nice one. Contreras to 150 for the Cubbies. Buster Posey, I had forgotten about this one, to 10 for the Giants, relic and autograph. And I had forgotten about this one, to 160. That is Rod Carew for the Angels. Andrew Benintendi, numbered 250 for, imagine that, the Red Sox. And here's a Whit Merrifield relic to 150. That is the one that's got some of that clear coating. You can see it right there is peeled up and coming off the back of that card. And finally, Jose Ramirez to 99 for the Cleveland Indians. Now, somebody wanted me to go back and show them the Joe Burrow card from Leaf Draft, so hang on. Give me 1 second while I sort through and try to find that real quickly, and then we'll put up the other spreadsheet information that I promised you. But let me try to find this card again here. Someone asked for that, so I just have to locate it. And of course, the very last card in the stack. Isn't it always the way? You're looking for something? Yeah, it's always the very last card in the stack. And yes, it was numbered to 10. So there was your Joe Burrow coming at you again. All right, so shipping information. That's what we need to take another peek at first. And it looks like this, hopefully Monday. As always, if I can get something sent to you sooner than the date you see listed, I will gladly do so. Occasionally, things might go later than the day listed by a day. Sometimes things come up in life, guys, and sometimes the post office, yeah, well, occasionally my girl calls in sick or doesn't show up, and then you don't know if anybody's going to really stop by and get your stuff or not. A lot of times they don't when she's not here, truthfully. So anyway, we're shooting for Monday, and these were both paid shipping breaks tonight. So if somebody got skunked, meaning you did not get anything at all, not even a base card, you would still have a package shipping out. It would go out when the rest of the break ships out, and it will have consolation card or cards in it for you. That applies to Leaf Metal Draft and Tribute tonight. So everybody's getting a package is the moral of the story. Here's what it looks like in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to open a 5-box case of TriStar autographed football jerseys. They happen to be 2019 Series 2, so the ones that came out in the fall of last year. And I just happened to find a case of that. As soon as we break it, we'll then switch gears back to our 2020 Game Day Great autographed jerseys after we break this one case tomorrow night. And then we're also going to finish up Donruss Baseball tomorrow night. That is the back half of a case, and it is the last of the Donruss Baseball. Saturday and Sunday will both be off nights. On Monday night, we're going to break a pair of Leaf autograph multi-sport jerseys. That's the last of those. Spots will be sold by the first letter of the last name on the jersey. They are all going to be listed in the football category to make things easy. And Inception Baseball, we're going to break the last case I have of that on Monday night. On Tuesday night, we'll open a 2020 Gold Rush autographed full-size football helmet and a half case of Gypsy Queen baseball. That will actually be the start of a new case, despite the fact that it is even numbering, which usually means the opposite. Yeah, it's really going to be the start of a new case. So that is the deal as to what is coming up in the days ahead, and I guess that's kind of got me wrapped up for tonight. So thank you once again, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it very much. I hope that you've had a good week, and stay safe, stay healthy. Most importantly, stay indoors, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye now.